Yeah, you've just hit the sensational YouTube video in which I'll explain to you what handicap betting means and make it super simple. When it relates to any sport, the main bet type is usually a match winner. However, there are plenty special bets such as correct score, over-under, round winner, and many special bets for every sport. One of the most popular special bets is the handicap bet. In general, a handicap betting is handy when someone would like to bet on a favorite, but the odds for his or her bet is too low. For example, 1.20 in decimal odds. It literally means that if you bet $100 and your bet is 1, you will get only $20 as a win. With a handicap bet, you can add some condition to a game that essentially changes odds. This condition is not true. It is fictional, existing only in our heads and in our agreement with the bookmakers. The condition is adding some advantage or disadvantage to one of the teams, which changes the odds for the win of this team. Of course, the example will explain the idea much more effectively. There is a women's volleyball league in Poland, and the match Radomka Redom versus Pawak Race second birth has to be played. Let's imagine I'm a big fan of Radomka. I wish to make some fun with betting on my favorite volleyball team. I put €50 on the win of Radomka, estimate the potential return, and fall in depression. I'm gonna have €6.5 from my win. It's not fun at all. But here we have the little number, minus 16.5. What is this? It's point handicap. As there is a minus, it means that I can apply the condition of removing some points from my team before the game starts. I still bet on the win of Radomka, but with a fictional condition that they start the game with minus 16.5 points. It means that in my agreement with the bookie, my team needs to overcome this imaginary disadvantage in order to win the match. If Radomka's points in the game are for 16.5 points more than the points of the opponent, then they win the game in my agreement with the bookmaker. And my bet is 1, but with higher odds, 1.99 in this case. But if Radomka wins the match and takes for 15 points more than the other team, well, Radomka still win the game, but in my agreement with the provider, they lose because they have not overcome the disadvantage of minus 16.5 points, and my bet is lost. By the way, the number is non-integer to avoid the exact difference by the number of points. If I choose the handicap 16 and Radomka wins the game and scores for 16 points more than the other team, has it been more than my handicap or less? Has my team won or lost the match with the fictional condition of the disadvantage stipulated in my agreement with the bookie? It's a kind of a draw then. If you're like me, and the only sport that you know is football, let's look at this example. Ajax is super favorite of the game. Betting on Ajax here is like betting that the night will come after day. Obviously, no financial interest to bet on the Holland team here. But what if I assign the condition that the Amsterdam club starts with the minus 3 goals and has to win with the advantage of 4 goals to win the game? My bookie and me imagine that it is true and generate new odds for the game keeping in mind this condition. Well, the odds for Ajax are the way more impressive now. In this case, I would not choose any handicap of these. In my opinion, this bookie underestimates Besiktas very much. But if you are a passionate Ajax fan, believe in them, and you can afford yourself to lose some money, this type of a special bet can be a great gambling solution for you. In the end, the gambling is all about the feeling of risk and enjoying the anticipation of the result. If you've not memorized all the details about the handicap bet, no worries, as I have left effective formulas in the description of this video. Subscribe to the channel Sensational Betting and be as much sensational as I am.